Hi, welcome everyone to Crypto Origins. Let's go straight to the point. I want to talk to you about what the difference is between mass adoption of crypto in third world countries, South America, Africa, India, Philippines, versus mass adoption of crypto in first world countries, namely Europe and the United States. I guess Australia could fit into that as well. The difference is that in the United States and in Europe, we have money that is used as a store of value, dollar and the euro. It is used as a store of value by the people that live in these countries, in these places. Whereas in South America, Central America, and in third world countries throughout the world, people do not use their local currencies as a store of value. I was raised in Argentina, and I recall going to the exchange houses as I was a child. At 14 years old, my mom would send me over to exchange some dollars. You would keep your money stored in dollar denominations. You would keep the money stored in another currency that was not your local currency. At that point in time, euro didn't exist, so it was the US dollar. Now people store money either in dollars or in euros. So people are very used to, once they get their paycheck, they will go and exchange a portion of that paycheck into dollars to keep it for their savings. And they go to the exchange houses. When the exchange houses become illegal, as recently in Argentina, the exchange rate has been controlled by the government. So the government has been pegging the dollar to a certain number in pesos. So when that happens, people just go to the black market, and we're talking about tens and hundreds of places in just per city where you can just exchange your local currency for dollars and vice versa. So I believe this happens worldwide. Anywhere that you have a weak currency, people will save their money as a store of value, as a safe haven, for lack of another word, into these other currencies. Now, so it's easy for us to present cryptocurrency to people that live in these third world countries, because they already know that money has to be saved into some other form of currency or store of value. It could be real estate, because their currency is going to be devalued. They already know that money loses purchasing power with time. It's commonplace, common knowledge. Everyone knows this. But people in the United States and Europe were finding it an uphill battle trying to convince you all that money loses value. And people are just happy and dandy and keeping their money in their banks with just losing value day after day. And I guess you haven't lived it. You haven't lived through it yet. It seems weird to you. I guess it seems weird that there's people on the internet talking about collapse of the dollar. Dude, when it happens, it's going to happen so suddenly. It's just going to be ridiculous. It's just like I said last time. I remember on one occasion, dollar tripled in value within 3 days. Tripled in value. Imagine you go to a store and things are triple in price within 3 days. This is amazing stuff. When people lose trust in a currency, it spreads. It spreads. That loss of trust spreads very quickly. And this is what we have right now with a currency that is the world's reserve currency, and we're printing it left and right, printing huge amounts of this money, and the world has their savings in dollars. Once people get wind that there's another currency that has a limited supply and that can store value better than the dollar, people will start shifting to cryptos. People will start shifting to Bitcoin, will start shifting to Cardano, will start shifting to any one of these stores of value. And then it gets fat quicker and quicker. The loss of confidence. And it's a snowball. It's a snowball effect. So I think it's a very easy proposition to present to people in South America and Central America and Africa and any country that does not use their own currency as a reserve currency, where people save money in other currencies, where they use the dollar right now. It's really easy to present this opportunity to them, and they have been taking advantage of this opportunity. And you do have exchange houses, and this is a very important topic right now. We do have exchange houses that are all over the world, and that will sell you Bitcoin, and that will sell you will exchange a portion of your salary every month to another currency. We don't have that in the United States and in Europe. We don't have exchange houses spread throughout the cities. And the problem is that the ones we do have are highly regulated. We've come to the point where, since it's very strange for the American resident or citizen to go and exchange currency for another currency, that foreign exchange houses are very regulated. So in order to buy Bitcoin in the United States, you have to go through an approved exchange. That is not normal in the rest of the world. The rest of the world, you just go to the guy in the corner. Like, they're standing in the corner with like vests, special vests that identify them, just normal like street vendors. And you have hundreds of them. You just go up to them, you give them some cash, they'll give you dollars. And the same goes for crypto exchanges, except that they're not that commonplace yet. But we don't have that in the United States or in Europe. And the only on and off ramps that we have are approved exchanges like Coinbase, like FTX that went bankrupt, like Binance. So you have these on and off ramps, and that's how the government keeps track of who's buying crypto, and now they want to tax it. All these countries all over the world, and we're talking about millions and millions and millions of citizens, like I don't know how many millions that live in Brazil and all over South America and all over the world. They're used to having money in dollars. Nobody taxes those dollars. Nobody taxes, if the dollar goes up in value, we will tax you. No. They have something called, okay, let me close in. Let's get closer here, guys. Get closer. They have something called freedom. It's called freedom. Freedom. The moment the government takes control of your pocketbook, the moment the government has access to your bank account, who works for who? Starting at that particular moment, you work for them. When in reality, in any democracy in the world, they are the ones that work for you. Right? Let's reduce government power. Well, I can go on ad infinitum on this subject, right? I don't want to get too excited. But well, listen, when you trust the government, bad things happen. Kevin O'Leary, right, from Shark Tank, he trusted the US dollar, right? He was against crypto. Then he comes and he says that he's in favor of crypto because he got paid $15 million. I don't know, maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe he was already into crypto before this. But all of a sudden he says that he's into crypto. And now he decides to put his money in FTX. But he doesn't get the basic crypto idea. What is the basic crypto idea? Not your keys, not your crypto. And so instead of getting crypto and keeping crypto in his own wallet, he puts it under the custody of FTX. Like, do you see the problem with the philosophy here? He didn't get anything. He didn't get the memo. He didn't get the most basic concept of crypto, which is power to the people. Right? The power that comes from owning your own, having personal property, and just doing whatever you feel like doing with it. I understand you have to pay taxes. That's obvious. But for years, since the humanity has existed to this day, we have had privacy of our assets. The government has been able to track transactions at a place of retail, right? They've been able to come and audit your accounts. Then you're supposed to show them, how much money you've been taking in and how much your expenses have been, and they tax you based on that. For the first time in history, governments are taking over that information, everything that comes in and out of your bank. Europe, guys, you that live in the United States, you got it nice. Everyone in Europe, I know people in Spain, they monitor your bank account. It's not that you get an audit, and in the audit they may catch something, like they'll audit 1 in every 10,000 people like they do in the United States. No. In Europe, they see your bank account. If they see some income in your account and you haven't declared that income in your tax return, you're screwed. You're screwed over. Guys, please like and subscribe. If you haven't done so, please remember, if you like this content, this is what I talk about, okay? This is the only thing I talk about. Collapse of the economy, crypto, and maybe gold and silver. Okay, guys, like and subscribe and comment. Please let me know, what do you want me to talk about? Let me know if in your country, write in the comments, in your country, what people save money as, right? So put in your country, like you're in India, what currency do you guys use to save money in? You buy gold. I know Indian people, they tend to buy gold chains and stuff like that. What is the reserve currency for the day-to-day person where you live? If you live in the US, just write down, what your favorite currency is, what your favorite, whether it's crypto, gold, silver, what your favorite coin is. Thank you very much, guys. Again, like and subscribe.